Once upon a time in a forest, not too far away from here, there was a giant eagle with sharp claws and a powerful beak that had a habit of swooping down from above and stealing animals. And because he was so big and strong and fast, almost no one could escape his grasp. One day, this eagle saw a little fox kit that had wandered away from its den and was playing near the stream. He swooped down thinking it would be an easy meal, but the clever fox somehow managed to escape his clutches. The eagle didn't give up though. He followed the little fox back to its home and waited patiently outside the den until the parents came out. Then he attacked again, but still the clever fox managed to escape. The eagle was getting frustrated. All this time and effort he was putting in just to catch a tiny meal, so he decided to do something crazy. He let out an ear-splitting screech that echoed through the forest and every animal cowered in fear. The giant eagle then started beating his wings against the ground, creating a dust cloud so thick that you couldn't see anything. And in that moment of chaos, he swooped down once again and finally caught the little fox kit. As he lifted it up in his talons and prepared for the kill, the eagle felt a sense of satisfaction mixed with relief. Finally, after all this trouble, he would get to eat. But he didn't know what was coming. See, when the eagle had attacked the fox kit's den, it had disturbed something very important. It had disturbed the mother bear who was sleeping inside the cave with her cubs. She had woken up and was now charging towards the eagle, growling with anger. The eagle panicked. He tried to fly away, but it was too late. The enraged bear swiped at him with her huge paws, sending him tumbling through the air. He tried to recover, but the bear kept attacking, and soon enough, the eagle found himself lying on the ground, injured and scared. The bear was about to deliver the final blow when suddenly, a loud voice boomed through the forest. "Stop right there." The bear and the eagle turned towards the sound and were shocked to see a majestic white deer standing in front of them. The deer looked at the eagle, then at the bear, and finally spoke again. "You have caused enough trouble today, eagle. It's time for you to leave this forest and never come back." The eagle was taken aback by the deer's sudden appearance and authoritative tone. But before he could respond, the deer continued. "As for you, bear, I understand your anger, but you must not harm the eagle. He has not broken any laws, and we cannot simply kill him." With that said, the white deer approached the eagle, touched his head with her antler, and healed his wounds instantly. Then without another word, she turned and walked away, leaving the eagle and the bear staring after her in amazement. For the first time since he had entered the forest, the eagle felt a glimmer of hope. Maybe he wasn't finished yet. Maybe he could still find a way to save himself. And that's when he noticed the bear approaching him with a curious expression on her face. Instead of attacking him, she lowered her head and sniffed the ground around him. Then she did something unexpected. She nuzzled him gently as if apologizing for her earlier behavior. The eagle was confused, but he couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude towards the bear. After a few moments, the bear looked up at him and said, "I am sorry for attacking you. I was angry because you had hurt one of my friends, but I can see now that you were not a bad bird. You were just hungry." The eagle nodded in agreement. He knew that the bear was right. He had been selfish in thinking only about himself and his hunger. He had not considered the feelings of others or the consequences of his actions. Then the bear said something that made the eagle's eyes widen in surprise. "I know you are hungry, so why don't you stay with us for a while? We will share our food with you and you can live with us in peace." The eagle couldn't believe his ears. He had expected the bear to chase him away or even attack him again. But instead, she was offering him friendship and acceptance. He hesitated for a moment, but then he nodded his head in agreement. He had nothing to lose and everything to gain by staying here. So he decided to take the risk and trust the bear. And from that day on, the eagle became part of the bear family. They lived together in harmony, and the eagle learned the importance of kindness and compassion. Every night before going to sleep, the eagle would snuggle up with the bear and her cubs, feeling grateful for their acceptance and love. He realized that he didn't need to be feared or respected by other animals. All he needed was a place where he could belong and feel accepted for who he was. One evening, as they were gathered around a campfire, the eagle noticed that the bear and her cubs were looking at him with curious expressions on their faces. "Is there something wrong?" he asked them. The bear sighed and said, "We have never seen an eagle living with other animals before. Why don't you go back to your own kind? I'm sure they will accept you now." The eagle shook his head and said, "I don't want to go back to my own kind. I have seen how they behave and I don't want to be like them. I want to stay with you. You are my family now." The bear and her cubs were touched by the eagle's words. They knew that he was right. Family wasn't just about blood or species. It was about love, acceptance, and loyalty. Just then, a young fox emerged from the bushes. He had heard the eagle's conversation with the bear, and he couldn't help but feel a sense of admiration for the bird. "I am the little fox you saved from the eagle's attack," he said to the eagle. "I have been watching you and I must say that you have shown great courage and strength. You are not like the other eagles and I respect you for that." The eagle blushed at the fox's praise. He had never thought of himself as brave or strong, but maybe he was. After all, he had chosen to be different and he had found acceptance and love because of it. The fox continued, "I think it is time for me to thank you properly. Without you, I would not be alive today. So let me show you something." With that, the fox disappeared into the bushes and returned with a small rabbit that had been caught in a trap. "This is for you," he said to the eagle. "A gift from me and my family to show our gratitude and respect." The eagle was touched by the fox's gesture. He had never received a gift before, let alone one that was given to him out of respect. He felt a surge of gratitude and happiness knowing that he had made such an impact on these animals' lives. From that day on, the eagle lived happily with the bear, her cubs, and the fox. He learned the ways of the forest and the importance of friendship and loyalty. And whenever any animal was in danger, he was always there to help them, proving that he was not just a scavenger, but a true hero of the forest. The end.